Good afternoon, YouTube. So this is one of the products we make. It's called a D-ring shackle anchor. So this is your D-ring, or they go by various names. Sometimes they're called a bow shackle or a pin shackle, anchor shackle. We make a frame-mounted anchor for the shackle, and so this would normally mount up under the front frame rails. The holes here are set to fit a standard hole spacing on Toyota pickups, 4Runners. Most of their truck vehicles typically have 2 bolts on the full sides of the front frame rail where they put factory tie-down points. So when they ship these vehicles, they have a little formed metal bracket that fits up there, and they can run a chain through there to tie the vehicle down to the truck or the boat or the railroad car, whatever they're shipping them on. This is machined out of solid 1-inch thick steel. It's heavy, several pounds of steel here, and we drill the 2 holes. We supply anchoring bolts here, either metric, or we can also supply SAE size bolts here to fasten this. This is also the standard size for tow hooks. So the idea is you could even replace a tow hook with one of these. And the advantage of an anchor shackle compared to a tow hook is that you put this in, you can screw that pin in there, and this now is hard mounted to the vehicle. You had just a tow hook and you had a tow strap hooked through the hook, and if that strap goes slack, it can fall off of the hook. But with a shackle bolted through like that, there's no way it can come apart even if your line goes slack. We get a lot of customer confusion on these. We build these out of the box to fit a 5/8 inch. You can see 5/8. The confusion comes about in the sizing of these shackles. So this one, it says 5/8, and if you measure here, there's your 625. This is 5/8 inch diameter here, but if you measure the pin, you can see it's like almost 3/4 of an inch. So there's a couple of sources of confusion on these shackles in the sizes. The problem is some vendors sell the shackle by the size of the pin and not this size. So if I were an unscrupulous seller on eBay, I could kind of cover up that part of it and go, oh, this is a 3/4 inch shackle, and I will sell it for the price of a 5/8 inch shackle. And here's a 3/4 inch shackle. So you can see they scale proportionately. Like I say, this is a 3/4 inch shackle. There you can see 3/4 inch, but if you measure the pin, it's about 7/8 of an inch diameter. So there's 2 things going on. One is the throat dimension here. The throat on a 5/8 inch shackle is about a little over an inch, and it will fit our anchor. The same on a bigger shackle is no problem, but because the pin is bigger, it doesn't fit the hole, and you want this hole to match the size of the pin to get the most strength out of this. So we do custom drilling. We can drill this for 7/8 of an inch. If you want to use a 3/4 inch shackle, we can also drill it to 1 inch if you want to use a 7/8 inch shackle. So there's that. The other problem we run into is if somebody sells a 1/2 inch shackle, which has 1/2 inch diameter here and has a 5/8 inch pin, if they sell that as a 5/8 inch shackle, the throat is too narrow to fit over this. It would take a lot of filing and grinding to grind that down. So you really need to pay attention and make sure you're getting a 5/8 inch shackle with a 3/4 inch pin, and that there's 1 inch gap here. That's the standard size for a shackle. The 1/2 inch shackle is pretty low weight rating. Like I say, this one's 6,500 pounds, 3¼ tons. This one is 4¾ tons, which is what, 9,500 pounds. If you want to buy an alloy shackle from a rigging store, you can go all the way up to 7 tons on a 5/8 inch shackle. These are just forged steel, generally around 3¼ ton. And I'll put a link in the video description to a place that sells anchor shackles up to 7 tons. And if you get that dimension, it will fit our anchors without modification, or we can modify one of these to fit a bigger shackle. This dimension is what shackles should be sold by. This part here is what defines the working load limit. That's the WLL. And I think the idea is they want this pin to be stronger than this part of the shackle, so that if it fails, they want this to fail, and they don't want the pin to fail first. So that's why the pin is always bigger than the body of the shackle. Now there's a couple of other minor things that you'll find. So shackles like this are forged steel. You can see all the forging lines, this excess material that's been ground off, and the same thing on this piece. You know, they don't take a piece of round material and thread it. They form this in a forge. So with these things, sometimes there'll be a little bit of excess metal on here, depending on how nice a finish they put on these. And likewise, these threads, because the threads are rolled, they can sometimes be oversized, and you might find that they don't quite go in there. So really all you need to do is go around and just knock off any high spots. So you can see this one, I've already touched it up. You can see how the threads are a little shiny on the end, and that way that fits in there. The other thing is, here's a shackle I haven't worked with yet. Yeah, this one I think is a little bit rougher inside. You can see how it's got a little extra metal in there, and you know, it fits on there. It's a little tight. So the other thing you might need to do is just clean up any sharp spots, like especially around the threads. Just kind of clean that up, feel around if there's any rough spots, just so it fits on there. You can see right there, it's hanging up, so it's right on this part of the forging. Yeah, there we go. See, that fits over there. So yeah, you might have to do a little bit of cleanup on these. We can supply you the shackles. The ones we supply, we do all the cleanup for you, so you don't have to do anything. Just take them out of the box and you can use them right away. If you're buying a set of shackles at Tractor Supply or Harbor Freight or something, you may need to do a little bit of cleanup work on them. Like you can see this one, I had to do quite a bit of filing in there. You can see all the shiny areas here. This one was really tight. And it's a good idea to check all of this before you head out on a big trip. Put the anchors on, make sure your shackles fit. Don't just put these in a recovery bag and then when you need them find out that they don't fit. Make sure they fit before you use them. The other piece of advice with these, I tend not to leave the shackle in the anchor. The anchor is going to be on the truck, but keep this inside the truck. A couple of reasons. One is these will rattle around and make noise. These are also very attractive to thieves. They can just come up and spin that off and walk away with it in 10 seconds. And then the third reason is it can get dirty, you know, the threads can get rusty in here, and if you leave this in place for 10 years and then you go try to, one day you need to use it and the threads are jammed, you're going to have a hard time getting this thing out if this thing is rusted in place. So I prefer to keep these inside the vehicle. I have a tow strap, I have some shackles and various recovery tools. Keep those inside the truck out of sight, and then if you need them, it's just a couple of seconds to unscrew the pin, slide it over the anchor, screw the pin back in, and you're ready to go. Put a link in the video description to our web page where you can pick up the anchors and the shackles. So that's our recovery shackle anchor block that we make. One solid piece, 1-inch thick steel, and it comes with mounting bolts, metric or SAE. We can supply either one, and we can modify these out of the box. It fits a 3/4 pin on a 5/8 shackle. We can also modify it to fit a 7/8 inch pin off of a 3/4 shackle, or a 1-inch pin off of a 7/8 inch shackle. So anyway, if you have any questions about anchor shackles or our D-ring anchor blocks, post up in the comments section down below, and I'll put a link to some of our other products over here on the left side. And as always, thanks for watching.